The skill of texting is way more important than you probably think. About 5 billion people are sending and receiving text messages. That is 65% of our population. Heck, every single day there is about 23 billion text messages sent to people. It is safe to say that people are mostly using texting as a method of communication. So yes, knowing how to text is incredibly important. I will be giving you some legitimate and genuine advice on how to become an amazing texter. I am not going to be talking about advices like, okay, sending a text message right now. Let's go. I will not reply to this person for the next 5 hours because I am mighty important. Haha.
Oh yes, I'm gonna tell her how cool I am. I'm gonna tell her that I work out. Oh, I've been working out. Yes, I'm on a shoe shaker. I'm a guy that works out.
Should I tell her that I'm a celebrity? Yeah, I'm 6'5". I am a basketball player. Yo, I'm an amazing guy. Trust me. So yeah, no, none of those dumbass advices. So let's get you from lol, okay, ooh, wow, kinds of text messages to becoming an awesome texter. First and foremost, you want to know the reason behind why you are texting this person. What is the meaning? What is the purpose? Are you trying to get to know them? Are you trying to hang out with them? Are you trying to ask them for a favor? There could be a multitude of reasons as to why you want to text this person, but understanding the reasons behind why you're texting them can help you give structure around the conversation. You're not just texting for the sake of texting, but rather you are making this fun for yourself. You're giving yourself purpose towards the conversation. Inherently, that will make you a better conversationalist in texting. Texting for the sake of texting won't bring out the best of you overall because it feels like an unnecessary duty or responsibility, but with the right motivation, it will encourage to bring the best of yourself into that conversation. Speaking of, you gotta be clear and concise. Use clear and simple language to get your message across. Avoid overly complicated and long text messages. Secondly, make sure to use proper grammar when texting people. You want to make sure that the other person reading your message understands what the hell you're saying. Sometimes people have the habit of instantly sending their text messages that they have just wrote. But I would encourage you to reread your messages and to make sure that you properly understand what you are sending. Hey, you're kind of showing to the person that you're putting decent effort into the conversation. Having a bunch of spelling mistakes is overall a turnoff. It might make you seem illiterate and unprofessional. So make it seem like you genuinely care about texting the person or giving this person enough attention that they feel like they're having at least proper grammar inscribed in their text messages. And heck, that follows to my next point, avoiding misunderstandings. Seriously, be careful on how your messages can be interpreted. Like, sometimes reread your messages and try to see the tone you're trying to convey over text. Emojis can seriously help your case, and punctuations can also do the job pretty well. Obviously, using positive emojis like smileys, laughters, hearts can convey a more positive, lighthearted tone on your message. While to some, not using emojis in certain text messages can help convey anger, frustrations, or distancing. But if a person is really mad, sometimes they may be showing negative feeling emojis, like an angry face or a sad face. Punctuations can help as well. Sometimes people just use a dot to convey a rigid and serious tone. Sometimes they're putting multiple dots to convey confusion. But what's really important is that you and the other person texting establish a texting connection that allows you to submit to many different feelings, emotions, and tones. That allows you to convey multiple variants of emotions. We are humans, and it's very important to allow the other person to feel certain kinds of emotions to be able to express them with ease through texting. So obviously set an understandable baseline on how emojis, punctuations can be used to convey emotions through texting, so that way you can mitigate misunderstandings. Now, the fourth one, and an important one that I see so many people do: stop bombarding people with text messages. Stop spamming them. What do you think that's gonna do? People use their phones constantly. They see your text messages really quickly. Sometimes, yeah, they generally cannot respond, and so you need to give them their time and space to get back to you. And you have to sometimes understand that even if they can get back to you, please give them the space and time for them to do it. There could be a million reasons why they just do not want to text you back. It does not mean that they do not love you or they do not like your company. I have seen people who genuinely love to be around me who come back to me in 2 to 3 days. And that's fine for me. In a way, I understand that their lives can be really busy. And at the end of the day, to be a good and genuine friend, I must respect their boundaries. And obviously, if you're texting them late at night, don't expect a reply anytime soon. But yeah, overall, you just do not want to to seem like you're harassing the people. Like in real life, would you want somebody to come to you and be like, hello, hi, how are you? Hi. Can I get to know you? Hi. Would you like that? I'm pretty sure you don't want that. So please don't do the same thing for others. Advice number 5, and that's a pretty important one. Make sure the conversations are genuinely engaging, especially when you're trying to get to know somebody, or heck, any kind of conversation. Try to make it fun. One way to make conversations more fun is to make it more human. Personalize your messages. You can address people by name or reference things that you know about them. You really want to put yourself into the conversation, like as if you were present with them at that very moment. Like when they're taking 10 to 20 seconds reading your text message. You want to make them feel like you're right there. Your tone, your emotions, you want to try to convey them as much as possible, like as if you're in person with them right now. Avoid sending generic messages that can be sent to literally everyone. You want the person to have fun with you, like they're excited to answer your text messages. If you're not having fun in the conversation, then trust me, the other person isn't having fun either. Like, yes, earlier I mentioned to be somewhat professional when you're texting somebody, but I think the absolute best middle ground is for you to be somewhat professional in texting, but also bring up some kind of emotion as well into the conversation. It shows genuine effort while also sounding unique, personalized, and you get to be yourself. And the more amusing it is to text that person, then trust me, you will be a great texter. I can assure you that. And last but not least, know when to end and cut the conversation. You don't need to keep it going forever, for days, for weeks, for months. If it's no longer fulfilling the purpose, then you're just really stretching the conversation more than it should. You'll be giving an overdose of each other's time. And there's definitely a certain limit of how many things you can talk to that certain person. You gotta be mindful of other people's time, but also you want to seem interesting. So only talk to them when you can make engaging conversations, or when you're fulfilling a needed purpose for either one of you. Otherwise, stop the conversation and move along. Which reminds me, I got no more tips to give for the time being, so I'm just gonna end it right away. That's it for me, everybody. Take good care of yourselves and remember to keep your life exciting.